Welcome back, everybody. We have your open singles final. On the right, that's Brandon Munoz out of Costa Rica, the Foosmanian Devil. And on the left, that's Tommy Yore, currently living out of New York. This event brought to you by Good Nature E-Vapor, and I'm joined in the booth by Mike Stahl Jr. Welcome, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Teddy. What a awesome state championships this is here in the Midwest in Appleton. It's good to be here, man. We've got Tommy Yore on the left and Brandon Munoz on the right. Who's got the king seat here, Teddy?
Tommy Yore.
Okay.
And Tommy Yore looked unstoppable.
Yeah, Tommy's looking really good right now.
I know the matchup goes back and forth between these two, but Tommy's looking tough.
Brandon definitely looking a little bit off right now.
And we had 50 people in this event. Yeah, this table, I don't know if everyone's like this table.
I like it.
It's the number one pit table, so
Yeah.
it's numbered, so it has to be the pit table. So I'm sure he's been using it for a
Yeah.
few months now, right? The
Yeah.
tour kickoff and South Dakota.
Yeah, I think just 3 tournaments so far. And yeah, that's interesting because the skin is on it, and you can't really change that out.
Yeah, so they're gonna stick with the same pit table.
Yeah, so it must be good.
Well, I've seen people complain about, but I'm not worried. And these guys, it probably doesn't make that much difference to them. I've talked to Munoz before about the differences in tables, and he doesn't worry about that very much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good mindset to have to not let things bother you. And whoa.
I do. I get irritated when tables aren't level.
Yeah, me too, though. I mean, that's important. That's a
Nah,
basic thing,
Doesn't bother Munoz. He's rugged. It doesn't bother Tony.
right?
Probably doesn't bother Tommy, or I don't know.
I think it's good to try to control the controllables, and if you can't, you can't.
Right hand, right hook coming. He's saying it's off the table. I'm not sure. Was it? Oh, did it touch the markers on the other side, maybe?
I'm not even sure. I didn't even see it. Banked into the goal by Tommy Yore. So tell me a little bit about the local scene here in Wisconsin, Teddy.
We play every Saturday, usually the monster Swiss styles. Either bring your partner or draw your partner. And then Tuesdays this year we did league. It has been on Thursdays in the past, but
Nice.
just throughout the winter, every other week, they run a league program. I don't play in it, but it's huge. There's like 36 players in
Oh,
it
wow.
this last year. And Appleton's a normal sized city. It's like 70,000 people here in Appleton, so it's not a huge city, but we pull as many players as the large cities in our state.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I mean, that's really sick. I personally, nice shot there by Brandon. Personally,
Oh, yeah. He's hanging tough, too, by the way.
yeah, he is.
He fought that one into the goal. Are they switching sides here? They were switching.
It looked weird, like there was some kind of hesitation from Tommy with his grip. So yeah, I kind of picked
He's
that
got
up.
a bandage on his hand, too.
Tommy?
Yeah, but they were switching sides last time they played on this table.
Oh, I do see that on his right hand there.
Why don't you tell us about your local scene? What's up? What's going on around your way?
Yeah, man. So we play in Detroit. We play in Grand Rapids. We play in Kalamazoo. We also play in Lansing. There's just like a weekly at all of those locations. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. I don't go to any of them anymore, really. I maybe go to Detroit every once in a while, but we mainly play at Mike Wierowski's house. He's got like 3 or 4 tornadoes that he'll set up. And we run like a big monthly there every month, and it's nice to go up. It's about 2 hours from my house, I'll drive up there, play, drive back home. But yeah, I mean, I really have to drive to play anyone decent. I have to drive 2 hours,
Okay.
which kind of sucks. But
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty normal for foosball players around the
yeah,
country. I
Yeah,
like that pass there by Munoz.
me
that
too.
European pass.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it'd be nice to maybe be in a more like closer to where there's more foosball, but yeah, it's all good. I go to a lot of tournaments, so it doesn't really affect me too much. Tell us about your local scene, guys. Comment in the chat how many players you have, where you playing, and what seems to be working for promoters out there. I'd like to see some comments.
Did you see Brandon down a pair here? He starts with a right hook.
Yeah.
The serve. I just never know what he's going to do. I've seen him defend both rods of the goalie with one hand before with Tommy's
Yeah.
snake shooting. Like in Michigan, remember? He
Mhm.
started doing that at your house.
Yeah. That is awesome. Speaking of my house, we are running the Great Lakes Classic and Champions Cup first weekend in October at the Hilton.
Oh, my goodness.
Whew.
Slingshot alert.
Nasty near side sling by Brandon. I like how he hits those two. He kind of drags it from the bottom guy. It's pretty sick.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
But yeah, first weekend in October. It's going to be a really good event. Last year we did pretty well. Thanks to folks who have supported that tournament. We've used the profits now to purchase tables. We've also had some donations from some individuals that wanted to help us out, and we've effectively donated about, whoa, nice pickup by Brandon.
Wow.
We've donated about $70,000 in foosball table equipment and accessories since November to different schools. I've signed about 20 clubs. We just signed our first Wisconsin club this weekend.
Time out somebody here.
So it's been a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Good Nature E-Vapor, a sponsor of our event here. Their goal is to convert as many traditional tobacco users as possible to a healthier alternative. You can incrementally bring yourself down nicotine levels and quit smoking.
Hey,
A
that's
place
good.
Like this. GoodNatureEVapor.com.
Thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah.
We have put together a lineup of payouts and local support that has been really key in the culture here in Wisconsin. And Brandon eating one in the back there.
We have a big beefy payout at the end. It's $1,000 for the winner of this year.
Heck yeah. It's pretty sick.
All right, game point, Tommy Yore. Oh. Thought that was going in.
The weave to wall pass. He tried to bank it off the wall.
One of my favorite things to see when Munoz is playing, when he goes full-blown whack-a-mole. And just every rod, he's kaboom, boom, boom. He's painting his masterpiece when he's doing that. I love to watch him. And he's beaten Tommy Yore playing that way once before, a long time ago. Do you remember that video?
I do, and it can get in your head, dude.
Yeah, he just goes after it on every handle. I love to watch it.
It can hurt.
It's my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah, for sure, man. These guys are deadly. You know how much time it takes to get good or pro or, playing foosball. Imagine the hours these guys have put in. It's just insane, and they deserve to get paid good. Like, these guys deserve to take home some money and not have to worry about stuff. So thank you, Good Nature E-Vapor. Wisconsin State Championships. What is it, the third tour stop on the World Foosball Tour?
Yeah, this year it was.
Nice. Nice push side by Tommy. It's one apiece. We got a ball game.
Yeah, the matchup, 3 out of 5, of course. Brandon would have to do that twice. 2, 3 out of 5s.
Yeah. was funny. Brandon's just kind of chilling in no man's land on the 5.
Versus Tommy's tic-tac.
Yeah, and then he just kind of jumps on the wall or in the lane. It's like he wants Tommy to feel hesitant because both options are open. And then right when he goes to pass, he's jumping. It's interesting.
I feel like that'd be pretty much impossible to just hover in the middle and go to either the wall or the lane. I always get in trouble when I think like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It never works for me,
Right.
bro.
But maybe it's something that might get in Tommy's head. Maybe he knows something. Maybe it causes some hesitation. It's certainly a little ballsy. Pull side here by Munoz.
Oh, slowed him down, moved him over, then got behind him and took his point.
Nice pull side there by Tommy. Nice. Middle tap push.
Yeah, I want you to know if you think you're too short to play foosball, Brandon Munoz, he's got to be like 5'6", right? 5'8".
Yeah, he's probably around there.
Yeah, like this is who you study. If you're a short person and you want to get good at foosball, you study how he grips the handle and gets his power, because he's got power with everything he does.
He's got that low center of gravity, man.
Yeah, but he's like built like a tank too.
He is, yeah. I think he works out and stuff.
Almost went back in his own goal. That's always a terrifying thing if you hit it off the post and then it banks in on you. That's what you see in your nightmares.
Hey, thanks, fellas in the chat. Appreciate it.
Oh, nice little slider there, Munoz.
Yeah, this is a good match to watch, man. Got some front row seating. I think Tommy may have jarred his own pass right there. Or maybe he just didn't catch it. Picking the pull side well. Big drop here by Brandon.
Right hook.
Tommy kind of muscling it. I love that pass.
Tommy's 2 to 5 is really looking sharp.
That's the option I need.
The uphill?
Yeah,
Or
like
just to stretch it out that high?
the stretch, yeah, to stretch out the uphill for sure. Man, I love watching that push that pull because he hits it so long after he taps it.
Yeah, it's fast.
It's nice. See how Brandon responds. And in and out it goes, and in the goal again.
That went down the middle?
I thought it was
right?
pull side.
Pull side.
Yeah.
Missed it. But he hit it hard enough to bounce in and out.
Yeah, it was weird. Kind of bouncing it out. Nice defense on the 5 by Brandon. See, it's just in no man's land a little bit. Like, he's just chilling lane and racing wall. And Tommy's wall is quick. Like, if you can race Tommy's wall, like...
Dude, watch his hips when he hits his wall pass. He twists his hips.
He does.
And, like, it's
You're right.
A full body wall pass.
It is, bro.
Yeah, so
he snaps his hips.
Now I have more stuff to practice. I have to start swinging my hips, apparently.
Yeah, man. You gotta... It's leverage, right?
Well, it's working. He's hitting that wall pass really hard. It seems like an even tic-tac, and then boom, he blasts off with a rocket of a wall pass.
Heck yeah. It's awesome. It is 4-4 here in a pivotal third game. We are watching the open singles final.
This guy says Munoz is only 4'11".
I'm
I'm just kidding.
I don't think he is. I agree. By the way, cycling, sir. Tommy's 2 to 5 is so clean.
Timeout.
He probably has my favorite 2 to 5.
He's doing a bounce real close to the wall, and then
Yeah.
he he will, wait till a little farther away to do the down, but
He lets it drift and then hits the
yeah.
down.
But I like that he's bouncing it closer to the wall.
Me
Looks
too.
like it's easier to manage, maybe.
You know, I feel like, yeah, like, it's funny because when I do a tighter bounce, I end up having, like, more success as well. My uphill also comes from the wall, though. I don't wait like he does. Like, he lets it drift a little bit.
Yeah, almost to the line.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
Big block by Brandon.
Tap middle.
And
Big short.
Short side.
We might.
Takes game 3. And this is what Brandon needs, obviously, to score points with his 2-row against Tommy Yore. It's been tough sledding, though, because the zone is so good.
The zone is good.
But he's found something with the sliders underneath on the short side.
Brandon is an opportunist, for sure. I think the best foosball players are. The more creative ones are.
It's just amazing how he's, planning to score from every rod.
Yeah.
You have to practice everything then. And trust that it won't let you down.
And Brandon's shooting from the 5 on the right hand too, and still up 2-1. Like he didn't every possession, but
A couple times, yeah.
that's some ballsy business. I don't know if Tommy has a blister on his thumb, but he definitely has some type of bandage or something on his right hand. Who did Tommy Yore play mixed with?
Marcella Kraus.
Who is that?
It's Paul Kraus's wife.
Nice.
Right here.
Does she play much?
No, they're just getting back into it after taking a long break. Try to get her dropped in points,
What is she ranked?
so she can compete. Well, I think she's ranked amateur and should be ranked rookie, but Paul wanted her to get dropped down to beginner.
Right.
So I don't know if you can do that, but I sent a message out to the points committee.
Yeah. You do a lot for your scene, dude. Like the people, you're really like a representative Teddy. It's pretty sick, dude.
Trying to. All right, this is game 4 here.
Nice little tip up to the 3 bar by Tommy. Nice D there by Munoz. Really hustling. I like how Tommy taps it. It's like a shimmy within like a 2-inch space on the big dot. Nice pickup there by Brandon.
The Foosmanian Devil. Are you too young to know who the Tasmanian
Oh,
Devil
dude,
is?
yeah, of course I know
You know
who
who
that
the
is. Looney
Tasmanian?
Tunes,
Okay.
bro.
All right, I didn't know.
Let's go. I watched Saturday morning cartoons, man. Like I get it. I'm a 90s kid.
All right. I bet you Tommy Yore doesn't know who the Tasmanian Devil is.
I bet you're probably right, but like I know like Betty Boop and like that's even before my time though. Brandon's 2 is sick. Nice grab by Tommy.
There's that big pull.
That pull side's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, that's the knockout punch.
It really is, man.
That's all those balls fault right there. Those slippery balls, right?
Yeah, you know, actually one thing I will say is this weekend they weren't as bad as I've heard from the TKO. So, like, there's been some good adjustments.
No, they were tumbled probably twice as much. They're good enough, but they're just not as good as they could be.
Yeah.
We just know Tornado's getting lazy on us. Everybody's mad.
Yeah, man, we need better from these guys.
If you cook a pizza and then you pull the pizza out and it's not all the way done, you can put it back in the oven. Why didn't they just put the balls back in the tumbler when they came out and they weren't finished?
It's that simple.
Yeah, to me it is, right?
It is. You know, I got the opportunity to go to Tornado and check out the factory, and, like, their tumbling machine is literally, like, in a separate building, and it's like this little, like, warehouse room, and there's just, like, foosball dust all over, like, everywhere, and it's actually pretty sick how they do it. Like, I guess whatever the equipment is they've been using it for a very long time. Like, it's old. But yet,
another statement I always say is you can put people on the moon, but you can't make a foosball that stays consistent. What are we doing?
right? Maybe SpaceX should make our foosball.
Musk. Obviously, now we got it figured out. We need Elon to make us a foosball.
We probably need Elon for that. It is 3-1 here in this fourth game. It looks like we're probably going to get a fifth. Nice save there by Tommy. So, what events are you going to this year, Teddy?
I don't even know yet. I have to split tournament time with the wife and kid now because I have to stay home with the dog.
Nice.
Someone's got to, so we're each staggering our tournaments now.
Right on, dude.
The wife and kid are going to Minnesota. I got to stay home for that one. I don't know what's next. I want to go to that World Series thing, I guess. Tommy takes game 4. Game 5 coming your way.
So fun announcement. Foosball Clubs USA now has a new website. It's in its beta mode, meaning it's still being tested, but soon there's going to be a club pro shop, and you'll be able to go have access to purchase Bonzini tables, Tornado tables, Leonhardt tables, and then we're working on getting the option to now sell Garlandos. And so all of the profits from those table sales will go towards putting foosball tables in schools for kids, and we sell them at the same fair price that other retailers will sell them for, and we'll be offering courses, free membership where you can sign up and learn how to shoot snake shots, pole shots. We'll have a video curriculum guide for all sorts of stuff, tutorials, swag. You can buy swag and shirts and stuff. We'll be doing it all.
Finally some money you'll feel good about spending.
Yeah. Tommy looked pretty fired up to score that 5th point in that 4th game, And there's another big turnover by Brandon.
At least it's early, so it might not make a difference.
Right. True. Nice shot up the middle.
Yeah, many people think when you're doing a slower tic-tac, you're going lane. And Tommy's usually looking at the wall when he's doing that slower tic-tac. He's just setting you up for the rope-a-dope.
Tommy loses the ball there. Timeout. Let's see. I've seen so many players call a third timeout. And I know Tommy, I don't know that I've ever seen Tommy do it. But let's see if he thinks he has 2 timeouts later in this game. He's actually really good at keeping track. Like as far as being like a game manager, like Tommy is one of the best. So I don't think he'll do it. But
Brandon said he did that to him twice.
really? Interesting. So let's see if it happens again. Beautiful down on the 5.
Down the middle? Yeah.
So how many players here this weekend, Teddy?
235 last I checked, but that was a long time ago. There's more by now.
Yeah, man. You're probably pushing 250.
That was yesterday, yeah. I bet you we are close to that.
That's sick, dude. Pretty awesome.
It hasn't been congested in here, though.
No, it's perfect, the space.
I feel like that Sheboygan Foosball room is probably taking a lot of pressure off the party here.
Yeah.
Because people are getting down over there.
The fun foosball zone. That's what they're calling it. I think that's great, man. You guys have a really well-rounded amount of foosball here in Wisconsin, and sharing the responsibility seems like it's such a critical piece in running a good tournament.
Otherwise, people get burned out if they have to do it all themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brandon, from the chat here, Lewis, good call out. I think Brandon is valuing his possessions more this game.
Slice through. Brandon gets a chuckle.
Yep.
But it's still a gap between them.
Kind of banks it in off the wall.
Yeah, off the wall.
Big break here for Tommy. Nice brush up there by Brandon. It's going to get blocked. Big blocks here by Tommy. Tries to do that little stall pass.
I love it.
I like that one too, to the second man.
The European stick-up, we'll call it.
Yeah, it should be. It's a European stick-up. That's so true. That's funny. Same pass twice in a row. Similar result. Man, both of these guys so fast.
Right about that. That's why we're glued to this screen here.
Let's get some opinions from the chat. Who do you guys think is going to take this home? Well, Tommy just got that, so
Championship point, Tommy.
yeah, it's a big one here. He knows it too.
There is win by 2 if Brandon could force it to 4. If he could get to 4 points, we'll have win by 2. See, he does a slow tic-tac and then pounds you on the wall. He's doing the opposite of what you think he's going to do.
That was interesting. Taps to the pull side. Big pull shot here. He can push it to overtime with 1 more point.
Timeout. It drives me nuts when people let the rod spin like that.
Yeah.
It's distracting. Could it be a distraction if you just let it spin and then did something stupid? You could just call that a distraction, couldn't you?
Honestly, yeah, I think so. Ted Garneau from Michigan says Tommy Yore's taking this. You guys think Brandon's got the block? Let's see what the chat says. Lewis says he thinks Tommy as well, due to his discipline. And Tom is rooting for Brandon. Let's see if he gets a block or if Tommy takes home the championship. Kind of spun it back.
Chance at overtime now.
Big time. This could be big. This could be a big momentum shift if Brandon gets this.
Another chance.
Yep,
Munoz
up the middle.
waits out of middle. Overtime. Win by 2 with a ceiling of 8.
Mentally, that's got to be frustrating. You're right there with a championship point.
Back down.
Tommy is strong, though.
He hasn't
mentally.
used that pass at all during this match, I don't think, yet.
I think you're right, actually, Ted. I don't remember him doing that either.
Yeah, he's just been pounding walls, pounding lanes. Munoz goes up a point.
We might be in for a second set.
That would be a treat.
It would be.
I like treats.
Yeah, man. Big shot here by Tommy to extend it.
Evened up at 5. Yeah, I just can't stop thinking about unlimited overtime now. Yeah, that was so cool. I like it.
Whoa, that pull side was
Yeah,
insane.
We're talking all about Tommy Yore's pull side. Munoz is doing the same thing, folks. He's got the same good pull side.
Big block there by Brandon.
Yeah, he posted up on the near side and then goes on
The
the short
same
side
shot.
again.
Is that it?
Is that it? That's the set. That is the set.
Tommy looking really frustrated.
All right. We're in for a treat, folks. Thanks to Good Nature E-Vapor. They've given us a whole bunch of money to give away. And we had these great players. We got a second set coming your way.
Yeah, buddy.
You gonna sit with me or you gotta go?
I'm gonna run and be right back.
Okay, go ahead.
Let them start up for a quick set. They'll probably take a sec anyhow.
All right, we're gonna take a little break and then just be back in a couple minutes here. Welcome back, folks. Joined in the booth with Clay Toomey. You know where we're at. This is the middle of the open singles final. Set number 2, game number 1.
Sounds like I missed a lot of action there in that first set.
All right, Tommy draws first blood. This event brought to you by Good Nature E-Vapor. Insane pull side there.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
what a save. Now, those plays are just so big. Just getting your left hand back there just in time to keep it out of the goal. And even if you don't get a hold of it, literally anything is better than giving up a goal, no matter where the ball lands.
short little push side there by Tommy. Tommy up 3-0 here.
Pretty fast.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Game of runs. I think Tommy's got his guys moved over a little bit further for his zone. Do you see that?
Yeah, that spray to the split, it's pretty big.
That's pretty big, but
Yeah.
at least he's not going to have to cover as much ground on the short side altogether.
So is that an adjustment from that first set?
I would say so.
A lot of second chances here.
Was that front pin or was that
Yeah.
a snake shot?
No, just a regular, good old-fashioned
Oh, look at
standard
this.
front pin.
Did you see that?
It's that shot.
He sent it back from his 5 to his 2.
Oh,
and
if
then
that's what he
drilled
sees.
the
Yeah.
push. He's been training with Ryan Moore too much.
Yeah. Well, when you see a hole that big, because that zone from the push side
That was
is
that's so fun, dude. I gotta go try that as soon as this is over.
Yeah.
I gotta go practice that. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe he did that in an open singles final.
yeah.
Tommy Yore takes game 1, but Brandon gets the coolest shot in game 1.
Yeah. You just see him just a little off camera now there. You can see him on camera. He had a pretty good grin going. He's feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
And if that's how juicy that shot looks for him that he's passing back, that is potentially bad news for Tommy. But still won the game.
He has a great read on that out and back down the middle.
Yeah.
It's second to only Tony's, I'd say.
Yeah.
Or maybe even equal, you don't know. Maybe.
Well, you have to respect that push, and when he taps out there to that push side, or even if he goes pull side, you have to respect it because, I mean, he has that shot, and so you jump out there to defend it. That middle's going to be open.
He reads it so well, it's unbelievable. And hammers a deep push shot there. He's got Tommy on the ropes in this game.
Yeah.
Timeout, Tommy Yore. So they're just going to trade butt kickings.
Yep.
And I like that.
Yep, it's good viewing.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's $1,000 for first place, $500 for second here. Special thank you to Good Nature E-Vapor.
Very nice. And when folks sponsor the events here, all that money goes to first place, right? Is that how that works?
I don't think it's exactly right, but you'd have to ask Brett.
Gotcha.
Brett does that part of it.
I know for first place to be double what second place is pretty impressive, no matter the amount. I dig it. I think you guys.
Some events were $1,000 for first and $250 for second.
Wow. You guys do a better job than probably anybody when it comes to getting the local sponsorships with the tournament. So it really makes a big difference. I mean, you increase your prize pool by what, 50, 60% probably, something like that. You start around 12 and you end up at 18 or something. It's very impressive.
You'd have to ask Brett after that big right hook by Brandon.
Yeah.
But you have to ask Brett about that. He knows all that stuff. But what I can tell you is all of our foosball players are all these sponsors. It's all of us.
Yeah.
Helping us. Yeah, so it's foosball players taking care of foosball players around the world. And that one got back in Tommy's goal.
See the fist pump there by Brandon. Celebrate that slop, he says.
I love the fist pump.
Yeah.
Anytime. The greatest celebration in foosball, the fist pump.
Nice steep brush to the wall from the 2-bar.
Not much movement shown by Munoz.
It's off the wingman, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Misexecuted and still made its way in.
Chance to close out game 2.
Shot.
Do it for game 2 there.
Oops. A little pit stop action here. Brandon not pleased with his 3-bar wrap, so he's going just a little off screen there to get another wrap. Looks like he's going to bring his 2-bar wrap up. Oh, this is quite a time to realize you don't like your wrap. Okay. Second set, game 3.
Maybe
Final.
Got sweaty.
Yeah. You see the wrap there that Tommy has on his wrist. Brandon just goes unwrapped on his wrist. I can't play without. I can't shoot a wrist snake shot without a wrap on my wrist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't really sweat that much, but it just gets raw after a while.
Yeah, but eventually you
Get a
develop
callus.
calluses and make it real strong. And eventually I think with the calluses you're better off. But you can't argue with Tommy Yore's production.
Sure.
So, I mean, I see a lot of good players use that.
Yeah, Mares, of course.
Jacob was wearing it, but then maybe this tournament he wasn't, or last tournament he wasn't.
Yeah, I talked to him about it in Portland last week, actually, and I asked him why. Because he had a moment where his wrist had kind of tore open a little bit, and it was sore. And I asked him why he wasn't using a wrap, and he said when he got bumped up to Master, he's not playing as many events. He just play the open events only, so he didn't really need it.
Oh, cool. And there's that little slider from Munoz that he exposed in the first set.
It's a good shot.
Helped him get that first set victory. went right back to it again. And then where did that go?
That was
a
more
tuck.
Yeah. Brought it right to that small goalie box and just kind of drilled it down the table there. It's a nice shot. Wow, dude. Brandon didn't move for a solid 2 seconds there, which is an eternity in foosball, man. Wow. That takes a lot of nerve.
Oh, that was a
Another
sneaky
one.
little slinger, a little baby slinger.
So all 3 of his goals in this third game are from his 2-bar.
I'm not surprised one bit. I've seen his 2-bar do the most incredible things, you know.
Yeah, he's amazing. What a grab. Ooh, that one got a little chippy. He still got around that far guy.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's wide open.
It took a hard turn after
Yeah,
that.
it did. It's a very interesting defense. Oh, that was wide open, and he just missed it. He had the entire goal and just hit the wall from the big dot off that back pin.
All right, game 2 goes to Munoz.
That was 3. It's 2 games to 1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just like that.
Where am I?
I know the answer to that question. You're at the Mad Apple Billiard. No, Mad Apple Burger. Maybe I don't know the answer. The Mad Apple. I was going to try to be slick with it. The Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company.
That's it?
All right. And I did have the Mad Apple Burger this weekend, by the way. I tried it out thanks to you.
Is it the nut job?
It
Did you try
is.
the one with peanut butter on it?
No, I tried like the one that it's actually called the Mad Apple.
Oh, the Mad Apple.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it has the freshest tomato I've ever had on a burger, and lettuce and onion strings. So like fried onion
yeah, I had
strings
those yesterday too. Those are good.
on a delicious bun with I passed on the barbecue sauce, but it does come with barbecue sauce, and it was, I mean, excellent. It was incredible. A burger that good should not be $12, but it is. And the fries are delicious to go with it
Good.
as well. And that was actually, I mean, everything was perfect. The server that's the best server we've had on this trip. You know, my son and I came up Thursday, so we've been on the road for 5-ish days by now, and even the service was just absolutely amazing.
Glad to hear, Clay.
Yes, sir.
All right, game 4, you say?
Game 4. 2 games in favor of Brandon Munoz versus 1 game by Tommy Yore. That's a nice pass right there. I think Tommy's looking a lot of wall. His wall pass is just undeniable. And Brandon really over-defending, giving him pretty much anything else, and Tommy just does that 2 to the 2. It's the perfect option there. Tommy all over Brandon's 5-bar.
Oh, wow.
Nice play.
I didn't know he could do that so fast.
Yeah. Not every day you see a right-handed 5-bar front pin pull kick out of Tommy Yore.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of that.
Yeah. It's that wall pass from Tommy. And that last pass kind of opened up that option because you have to look for that. This is the same zone that Tommy's been using.
It looks like a little bit less of what he was showing with that short side before.
Goodness. Spraying that one a little wide of the goal. Oh, nice play.
Oh, he just brushes it in.
Yeah.
2-2 here in game 5. Timeout. Somebody.
That's going to be Tommy, I believe. Yeah, Brandon caught Tommy with his 2 defensive rides, just a little out of sorts there, and landing right on that second 5-bar guy, Brandon Munoz. And it's a pretty easy brush in from that point. If you just get it past that 5-bar, it's a free go. You don't even have to have speed on it. It's just going in. Good read, good pickup. Brandon he's trying to show him this wall. He's trying to make it look like the wall's there, and then he wants to be there when Tommy goes.
Oh, wow. What a defensive set that was.
Goodness gracious.
Holy cow.
Another one? Yes,
Oh,
why not?
my God.
Yeah.
Championship point. Brandon
my
Munoz.
goodness. Man, what is this? And that's frustrating when you're on the other side of the table, and just everything, no matter pick a rod, it's coming your way. And Brandon playing very aggressively, and that's
the whack-a-mole.
Yeah, and they're on goal. It's not just random. A lot of people call that hacking. I don't call it hacking. I call it just very good at picking up the ball and putting it on goal. You put it on goal, good things happen. And this is a championship point, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I think if you're cheering for Brandon here, you don't even want to see him pass from the 5. Just shoot it again. That's what he's doing, too.
Brandon hustling everywhere.
Yeah. I think he's just going to have to win this from the 5 or the 2. He's not passing well. I made that happen. I'll take credit for that.
Timeout.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Smart. Read the defense. If you know you're going to call a timeout, still read the defense. Get a good 10 seconds out of it. Tommy's out of timeouts. Brandon still has one.
Holy cow. All right, Brandon Munoz, your 2025 Wisconsin State Open Singles Champion. Runner-up, Tommy Yore. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, Clay. We'll be back with more in a little bit.